Hey, this is Andrew from the Bottom 40 radio show on Ram Radio. This last weekend I got to go see one of my favorite bands. They're called Cruiserweight. I got an interview and a live video. So here it is.
When did we start?
We started in, I guess, late December of '99.
No.
Yeah.
March. First show was June 27th.
I'm going to say late December, I meant late winter. Kind of the end of winter, beginning of spring. Ignore that December comment. Of '99, the previous band that we were in kind of folded, and so we just started practicing playing cover songs around the house. So it was a wee one, a freshman at the University of Texas. She came and joined us for practice just for fun, and it just kind of stuck from there.
They knew what was
Fortunately for Dave, he missed that whole first year. He got to join in right when it started getting good.
Maybe he's the one that made it get good.
Whoa, let's not jump to anything.
Dave?
It's questionable. It's up for grabs.
I'll say.
Sucks ass. God.
Can you get in trouble for that?
Woo!
All right, good.
Yeah.
Imagine getting like a tortilla and then pooping on it and then rolling it up and taking a big bite. And while you're taking a big bite, have someone like your brother yell at you or your mom or something, someone nag you. That's kind of what's like. While someone else
For dripping on the couch.
Yeah. While someone else in your other ear's crying.
Mm-hmm. I don't know
No,
who
not
that
you.
is.
Not you.
No,
No.
me.
Just yet another example of the way Yogi's brain works. It's
NASA's studying it right now.
It's cool, I guess. I don't know. I don't really have an opinion about it anymore.
You get asked all the time.
Yeah, I get asked all the time, but it doesn't. They're all real different, so.
Ooh, let's talk about that. Let's talk about the differences. Want to go
Like you
into
don't
it?
know the differences.
we don't need to rehash it, I think.
Interview or fight? You pick.
Man.
Who's the kid that got brought over from Cuba?
Alien Gonzalez?
Yeah, he's the inspiration.
He's our inspiration.
I mean, I think of like
Alien
someone
Gonzalez.
on a boat coming over, living the American dream.
I'm
not
looking for maybe
refugee.
influence.
Yeah.
The American dream of being
Oh.
a Cuban refugee. Yeah.
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 I bet if he formed a band, it'd be kick ass.
Probably.
We draw from old and new. I'm a big fan of, Beatles and Kiss and Green Day and all points in between.
Frank Sinatra. Bernard Davis.
When I was in high school,
I don't know.
The Glenn Miller Orchestra.
I'm more of a Benny Goodman fan myself.
Oh, okay.
My old town favorite is Francis Scott Key.
Scott Key.
I grew up listening to Weird Al. Weird Al till die, dude.
I think that we, value the influence of bands that have been able to stick it out over many years, whether it's, U2 or, I don't know, who else has stuck it out? The Rolling Stones, they're old dudes.
I don't know if they
so-
suck it out. Yeah.
Stuck it out. Is an
Yeah.
understatement for
See that
that.
Super Bowl halftime? Woo! That was hilarious.
Like one of the old folks home and watching bingo.
Yeah, but just bands that have been able to, they've been able to rise above, float over from Cuba. Last, metaphorically speaking, they made it. They made it from Cuba.
I
on that
admire
raft.
artists that have continued to go on to have solo success, kind of like Scott Stapp.
What's his name?
Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas.
Rob Thomas over here, dude.
Rob
Ladies and
Thomas.
gentlemen, Rob Thomas.
Thank you.
Yeah, bands that don't need to fit into like a 6-month niche, for what's cool right then. They've been able to, last, have a lasting effect. That's what we hope.
Defy the laws of nature.
Yeah, and the tightness of pants.
Painful.
Very painful.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we.
Once again, I'd like to refer back to my previous answer of the tortilla.
Oh no.
It's very much collaborative in there, and in turn it gets difficult because we're all very opinionated, and we all have our own idea of where a song should go. And
egos, for egos. While some bands have primary like songwriters, or we all have our roles, and
Dictators.
Certainly Ernie leads us in the business side, and whenever it comes to like songwriting especially, we all have our ideas for what it needs to sound like, and we butt heads frequently.
They heavily rely on my genius in that process.
Yeah. We've decided that we're going to go ahead and start writing, or I guess we've already started, we're going to try to record another record this fall. We're still doing some touring. We're going to Japan here in a week or so.
Week and a half, yeah.
So, a lot of things are happening. It's just, there's a big difference between, being in the flow of writing and concentrating on that, because that takes up so much energy. And, after the record was released, we concentrated on shoving it into people's faces and having them devour it. And it floated across on its own raft.
Little raft.
And it made it to shore. Set up camp for a while, and
Or some weird custody battle between some crazy uncle.
yeah.
Divide the country.
Yeah. So now we're constructing a new raft.
A bigger, better raft.
A bigger, better raft, possibly with a tent covering.
This time we're going to use wood and not turds.
Yeah. What does that say about our record? It was.
Thanks.
I think it was bamboo.
Thank you.
Bamboo.
Bamboo?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Say whatever you want, dude. It'll be cool.
Oh yeah, this is Cruiserweight, and you are listening to Bottom 40 Radio, San Angeles, Texas. Rock and roll. Turn it on, or turn it off, or turn it up, or turn it down, or Bottom 40.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Turn it off.